tell you. Very, very sorry.
OK， 各位同学，大家上午好。我们今天的课程正式开始。今天又是 Damian 老师为我们继续来讲一讲德语。OK， 有请 Damian。
Hi.
Hi, here we go.
Should we start? Are we ready?
Yeah, 我们准备好。Yeah, we're ready.
Okay. Guten Tag. Hallo alle. Wie geht's? I have a PowerPoint today, so let me pull that up. Should I screen share that now? Is everyone here?
好，那么大家好，那么老师先用德语跟大家问你好，然后他呢有一个 PowerPoint，幻灯片，那么现在呢他要把它打开，问一下大家好， 大家好吗？准备好了吗？
Yeah, okay. Let's go. Let's begin. Wir
好，那
fangen
开
an.
始。
Guten Tag alle. I hope you remember some stuff from last week when we um, learned some intro stuff to German. We'll be building upon that a little bit this week. But no worries if you forgot anything or everything. I'm always here to answer your questions. So just have fun.
好，那么大家好，我们今天呢，就是会先上一次呢给大家开始德语的入门的一些课程。那么今天的课呢是会建于在上次课的基础上再增加和复习，复习和增加一些东西。希望你们能够记住一些，如果没有记住呢也没有关系。那么我在这里边是可以帮助大家，如果有什么问题呢，请大家提一下。
So can you see the screen share? Do you see it?
他在问大家能够看到那个屏幕吗？Yes, I can see it.
Okay, cool. So yeah, last week we went over greetings and we learned how to say how are you and I'm good. Hallo, wie geht es? Es geht mir gut. Ich bin gut. We learned how to say my name is, what's my name? Or what's your name? And we learned about colors, die Farben.
好，那么上个星期我们的课呢，学了用德语来问好，我们也学了，就是德语用德语的问好，像就是相当于英语当中问你好吗，我很好，还有呢问了你叫什么名字，以及呢颜色。
So let's do a quick review here. This is how we greet each other. These are some of the things you might say. Guten Tag, ich heiße Damian. Wie geht es dir? Mir geht es gut.
好，那这里的就是我们复习的一些句子，那么请大家呢也一起来看一看，是的，读一读。
Guten Tag or Guten Morgen or Hallo are all things that we can say to greet each other. And wie geht es dir? Mir geht es gut is just the general how are you, and I am doing well. I am good. Ich bin gut or mir geht es gut.
好，那么他这里再解释一下，Guten Tag, Guten Morgen, Hello 呢都是相当于是你好。那么他下面一句话呢，就是说我叫什么名字？我是答案，他的名字大面。然后呢，他就下面第三个句子就是问，相当于英语当中的 How are you？ 你好吗？那回答的是我很好。
Yeah, so these are the basic important phrases that you could tell people when you're in Germany. And today we want to go over about some stuff about like yourself. I want you to be able to introduce more than just your name, maybe say some of the things that you like and some of the things that you do.
好，那这个就是基本的在用德语的问好的句子。那么今天呢，我们还会学一些更多的东西。今天呢，会更多的来提一提，我们来学习一下我们怎么样介绍自己，你喜欢什么东西，或者说你不喜欢什么东西。
So let's start with Fragen. Fragen is questions, and these are the question words. I actually wrote them down in Chinese after the I think that's pardon me for any mistakes there, but we'll start. These are the words that all questions are based off, or all questions start with.
好，那么现在呢，我们先来说一下问题。那么问题呢，老师把它用德语、英语还有中文的都写出来给大家，可以对照一下。那么他也不知道自己知道是不是都写对了，请大家见谅。如果有什么地方写的错的话，他意思说中文的那个地方，他如果有什么地方写的不对。
So first we have wer. That means who is doing something, who's the person, and that would be, I think, in Chinese that would be shay, or something like similar to that, if pardon my pronunciation. We have wo is where, and yeah, Yuan will translate these for me because I'm not going to try and say all of them. But yeah, wann is when, wie is how, was is what, warum is why.
好，那么他这里对照了，他也给老师也给大家读了一下，像第一个 where 就是英语当中的 who，也就是中文中的谁。那么他说，老师如果中文的重音的发音不大对的话呢，请大家原谅。还有就是 where，然后when 是什么时候？还有 we 是怎么 was 是什么？还有could you repeat all the German words again？
Yeah, wer, wo, wann, wie, was, and warum. So they all start with a W in German, and the W is pronounced like v. Wer, wo, wann, wie, was, warum.
好，那这些呢，看到了德语的问题呢，它其实都是 W 开头。这个 W 呢，发音呢是 v。那么老师刚刚读，那么同学们在老师读字的时候呢，你也可以自己试一试，跟着他都读一下，学习一下它的发音。OK，
So yeah, so some of them are more, are more used than others, but they're all very important words, and they all are the basis of any question that people may ask you or that you may want to ask people.
好，那这些问题呢都是非常常用、非常重要的问题。也许有一些问题会比其他的问题呢使用率更高，但是呢都是非常重要的。
So,
yeah.
First of all, we have wer. That would be who. Wer ist das? I'm going to put ist das after all of these words, and you'll be able to know what kind of sentence it is then, how that kind of how that question works. So wer ist das? Who is?
好，那么老师呢，保跟我们一起来说第一个词就是 where， 这是 who 的意思谁，所以他把他那个红色字标出来就是 where is that， 就相当于英语当中的 who is that， 这是谁，那是谁。
So yeah, wer is who? Wer.
好，那么同学们跟老师一起读一下这个字。
And wo ist das is where is that. So if you're wondering where something is, then you can ask wo ist das.
好，这个字呢就是哪里 ，Who is that？ 那么我们同学们可以看到，就是它的问题前面都是这个一样，后面它这里就是那是什么？这是那在哪里？它这后面都是 is that， 相当于英语当中的 Where is that？ 在哪里
？Wann is time, so when. Wann ist das? Wann ist das?
好，那这个 one 就是相当于英语中的 when， 就是本身的意思是时间，那么它的句型就是 When is that， 相当于英语当中的 When is that， 那什么时候
？So if someone tells you about an event that is happening in German, then you can ask wann ist das? When is that? When is it happening? What time? What day? It encompasses all of those questions. Wann ist das?
那么这个就是德语中问时间的说是什么时候的句子。如果有人告诉你有什么事情，有什么重要的事情要发生，什么活动要发生的，那你就可以问他这个句子 When is that?
Wie ist das? How is that? So that's a slightly less common question to ask. How is that? But it would be asking, how does that happen? How is that done? I want you to explain how that is done. Wie ist das?
好，那大家也可以跟老师一起来读读这个句子 We is that。那么这个句子意思呢，就是这个事情是怎么样发生的，怎么会这样子？那他说这个句子呢，相对来说用的频率比之前的要稍微的少一些。
And we've already encountered the word wie, the question word, because we ask wie geht es dir, which is the question, how are you? Wie geht es dir? How, wie are you? Wie geht es dir?
好，那么老师现在又重复了我们上个星期学的词语 How are you？但是因为呢，这个问词问句这个 WE 它就是英语当中的 how 的意思，所以它这个句子就是怎么样 ？How is that? With that? Could you repeat the sentence again, please?
Wie ist das is how is that, and wie geht es dir, as we already know, is how are you?
好，那么他把这个句子两个句子都重复了一遍，一个呢就是今天的怎么样，怎么发生的，还有我们上次学过的你好吗？
Was is a very important one because a lot of times we don't know what something is or what someone said. Was ist das is what is that?
好，那这是一个非常重要的一个问句的词语句子，就是这是什么？那么 was 就是上面英语中的 what， 这怎么了？这是什么？
So yeah, so in German or in English and in a lot of other languages, people if they don't understand you, they can just say what. As in German, you can say was. Was hast du? Was? Just saying that is implying that you didn't understand something. So it's a question. Was? Repeat that, please.
那么请大家也重复一下这个词语 was。那么这个在英语和德语当中都非常常用的一个句型。那你如果有些人跟你说什么东西你没有听明白，那你就可以这样子来问他什么，就相当于汉语当中的什么。
Was. And the last wait, where's the last one? Yeah, the last one is warum. Warum ist das? Why is that? Probably the best of all the question words because you should constantly be asking why. You should be questioning everything. Warum ist das? Why is that?
好，那么请大家也跟老师一起读一下这个词语。那么 warum 这个意思呢，就是相当于英语中的 why 为什么。那么他说呢，这个句子呢其实是应该大家经常使用的，因为我们经常呢要发问，经常要问一下为什么。那么同学们也可以看到这个句型。Could you repeat the sentence, please?
Warum ist das? Warum? So all of the words we have are wer, wo, wann, wie, was, and warum.
好，那么现在老师又给大家看了一遍，请大家跟着看看，记忆一下。
Yeah, Yuan, can you confirm that I didn't mess up the Chinese there? Is it at least okay?
The Chinese is fine.
It's fine. Okay. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, because I think that makes it a little easier to for people to reference that to see maybe. I mean, but also people may know the English word, so just whatever.
It's very helpful, thank you. 那老师刚刚是想让我确认一下他的中文有没有写对，因为他觉得有中文，那么可以让大家呢可以参考一下。好，谢谢老师 ，Thank you, thank you for doing that.
So now we know these most important words that are basically in any language are the most important words. So know them in German. So you can ask every kind of question you could want. Wer, wo, wann, wie, was, and warum.
好，那么大家在老师读的时候，也可以跟老师一起来读一下，练习一下发音。那么老师刚刚说这些字的，就是所有的语言当中，比较基本、比较关键的一些词，就是这些问问题的词语。那不管在什么地方呢，你都会经常会使用到这些词语，问问题的词语。
So we'll be using those soon. Let's go into meine Lieblings. Lieblings are favorites.
那现在呢，我们来进入下一个环节，就是说一下你喜欢的东西。
So in German, saying Lieblings and then the thing that you're calling the favorite, putting them together into the word into one word is how you say your favorite thing. So favorite color is Lieblingsfarbe.
OK，好，老师就给我们看到第一个词 "liebling" 本身的意思就是最喜欢的东西，喜欢的东西 "liebling" 在英语当中就是 favorite。然后这个词语呢，就相当于是它的一个词语的词，前缀，然后后面呢加上别的词语，比如说颜色，它就变成了你喜欢的颜色。So could you repeat the word, please?
Yes, Lieblingsfarbe, and that's in that should some people should remember that because Farbe means color, and we learned about the colors last week. Farbe on its own is color, and Farben, as people might have seen it already with an N at the end, is just the plural form. So Farben, multiple colors.
OK，好，那么它这里 lieben 是喜欢，然后 farben 就是它颜色，是我们上个星期学过的。那么它还有个复数的形式。那么现在这里把它合在一起 ，Lieblingsfarbe 就是喜欢的颜色。
And then two more examples for nouns that you haven't learned yet and you don't need to remember them, but just as a quick little example, Lieblingsauto is favorite car and Lieblingslied is favorite song.
那现在还有两个例子。那么这个词语，这两个词语呢，我们上期没有学过，所以你不用担心自己记不住。但只要知道这是个例子，那么像它一个例子呢，就是喜欢的车，这 living out，待会请老师发音好了。喜欢的车和喜欢的歌曲。So could you repeat these two words, please?
Lieblingsauto and Lieblingslied. And if you notice that in German, you'll notice there's more other words in German that they are written together. Two separate words that are words on their own are written together without a space in between, because in German, a lot of words they're called compound words, and they can just be put together without a space and they become a new word.
OK， 好，那么老师也顺便说了一下语法，这两个在德语当中呢，就会经常像把两个词语把它结合在一起，变成一个复合词语，就相当于英语中的 compound words， 它就中间拼在一起没有这个空间，就变成这一个新的词语。
So a lot of people make fun of German for having really long, ridiculous words sometimes, and it's true.
OK， 所以呢，有些时候人们会嘲笑德国人会有些非常非常长的词语，因为他经常会就这些复合词把一些其他的词语结合在一起。你有一个同学熊一卓同学，你能够不要在这个板上画吗？
Okay. Was ist deine Lieblingsfarbe? Was is the word for what? And Lieblingsfarbe is favorite color. So if you ask, was ist deine Lieblingsfarbe? You are asking, what is your favorite color?
好，那这个句子呢，就是问你最喜欢的颜色是什么？Could you repeat the whole sentence, please?
Was ist deine Lieblingsfarbe? Was ist deine Lieblingsfarbe?
好，那同学们请跟老师一起重复一下这个句子。
So if you have a second, then think about what your favorite color is and try and remember from last week what the colors are. I can always teach you more if the color colors we learned last week weren't enough. And then when I'm done with the PowerPoint in a second, then we can talk about our favorite colors.
好，那么上个星期我们学过的颜色，大家如果还记得的话呢，现在就可以通过这个问题，也可以来回想一下，那你最喜欢的颜色是什么？然后可以用德语试试看。那在我们做完这个视频那个幻灯片以后呢，就可以一起来讨论一下，看你最喜欢什么颜色。
So I want to know what all your favorite colors are, and remember the question, Was ist deine Lieblingsfarbe? Because you can ask me what my favorite color is as well, and each other.
好，那么同时这边要说到时候讨论一下，说一下你最喜欢什么颜色，也不要忘记我们这个问问题的句子，你喜欢什么颜色，你们也可以来问老师。So can you repeat the sentence?
Was ist deine Lieblingsfarbe? Was ist deine Lieblingsfarbe?
好，那同学们也请你在后面一起说一下看。
Here's an example conversation of people answering that question. Was ist deine Lieblingsfarbe? The boy on the right is saying, Meine Lieblingsfarbe ist rot. The boy in the middle is saying, Meine Lieblingsfarbe ist grün. The boy on the left is saying, Meine Lieblingsfarbe ist orange. And orange is a color that we didn't learn, but you can probably guess what color that is.
好，那么这个问题，他说你喜欢什么颜色？那么我们可以看到第一个男孩子，他说我最喜欢的颜色是红色。那么，从右边数过来，第二个男孩他说我最喜欢的颜色是绿色。那最后第三个数过男孩说我最喜欢的颜色呢是橙色。那么他这个橙色，上次没有学过，但是老师相信大家呢，我是可以参受的，因为它跟英语的 orange 颜色写的一模一样的。
So, meine Lieblingsfarbe ist rot, and meine Lieblingsfarbe ist, meine Lieblingsfarbe ist rot means red, and meine Lieblingsfarbe ist grün means green, and meine Lieblingsfarbe ist orange, of course, means orange.
OK， 好，老师又把这个句子重新读了，然后翻译了一下。那么第一个句子是红色，第二个句子是绿色，第三个呢是橙色。那么同学们如果能够跟着老师说一下的话呢，那就非常棒。
Those are the colors on the boys' shirts. That's why I chose those. Okay. Next, we have an important thing that you can then say about yourself, something that you like to do. Was sind Hobbys? Is the question, first of all. What are hobbies?
好，那最下面呢，我们就来学一下你的爱好，你怎么说？那么这个刚刚老师说的这个句子就是你的爱好是什么？Could you repeat the question?
Was sind Hobbys? Was is what?
你点嘛，你点嘛，老师又要说你。
好，那么这个 was
说爱
插
图吗？
不去插，
不去插。
帮他们插。饿了还得吗？你把它抱上去。上去吃东西去，走。
Was sind Hobbys? Was sind Hobbys? So, ein Hobby ist eine Aktivität, die dir Spaß macht. And I'll say that again in a second, and you don't have to, know that whole sentence. It just means hobby is an activity that is fun to you, basically. That's what a hobby is. Ein Hobby ist eine Aktivität, die dir Spaß macht.
那么我们看到的这个句子就是，这个跟刚开始的问题是，你的爱好是什么？那下面一个句子其实是用德语来解释什么是爱好，就是爱好呢，就是一个你喜欢的活动，而这个活动呢会很有趣。
So here are some examples of hobbies that you may or may not partake in. The way you say it is mein Hobby ist Schwimmen or Lesen or Klavier spielen, etc.
好，那么这些呢是我们可能会有的这些爱好，那也有些呢你可能参加，有些你可能没有参加。那个句子呢就是我的爱好是。Could you repeat the main sentence structure?
Mein Hobby ist.
好，那同学们也跟着老师来一起把这个句子来说一说。
So, And heute reden wir über unsere Hobbys. At the top, also that means today we are talking about our hobbies.
好，那上面这个句子，那个蓝色的句子的意思就是说，今天我们来说一下我们的爱好。
Heute reden wir über unsere Hobbys. So going from left to right, top to bottom, schwimmen, lesen, Klavier spielen, Fußball spielen, and Gitarre spielen, and gymnastic. And I can go over those again in a second.
好，那么从左到右，然后从上到下，这些爱好的顺序依次读下来，分别是游泳、读书、弹钢琴，然后足球、吉他，还有呢体操。然后老师会再说一遍。
So that's schwimmen, lesen, Klavier spielen, Fußball spielen, Gitarre spielen, and gymnastic.
好，那同学们也可以试着跟老师一起读一读。
If you notice the word spielen, that's the verb, and that means to play.
好，如果你看到那个有那个动词，像钢琴那边 spielen， 还有这个足球那边 spielen， 这些意思，这个词也是一个动词，但是玩什么东西，或者是就像英语当中的弹钢琴，你可能会有个 play， 这个相当于这个意思。
Yeah. So these are just some examples of hobbies. I'm sure we all have different hobbies. And now I want to take a look at a video of some of my old students and them talking about their hobbies.
好，那么现在呢，我要给大家看一个视频，是我以前的一些学生在讨论一下他们喜欢的东西，他们的爱好。
Okay.
Now let's have our students' hobbies are.
Was ist dein Hobby? Meine Hobby ist Baseball. Was ist dein Hobby? Mein Hobby ist Gitarre spielen. Was ist dein Hobby, Clara? Mein Hobby ist Singen. Was ist dein Hobby, Clara? Mein Hobby ist Lesen. Was ist dein Hobby, Chloe? Mein Hobby ist Gymnastik. Was ist dein Hobby, Reese? Mein Hobby ist Fußball. Was ist dein Hobby, Carter? Mein Hobby ist Klavier spielen.
Let me play that again. And so you can just see as an example how the students answer the question, Was ist dein Hobby?
好，那我会再放一遍，大家呢就可以看到这些学生呢在说这些句子例句。
Let's have fun to listen what our students' hobbies are.
Was ist dein Hobby? Meine Hobby ist Baseball. Was ist dein Hobby? Mein Hobby ist Gitarre spielen. Was ist dein Hobby, Clara? Mein Hobby ist Singen. Was ist dein Hobby, Clara? Mein Hobby ist Lesen. Was ist dein Hobby, Chloe? Mein Hobby ist Gymnastik. Was ist dein Hobby, Reese? Mein Hobby ist Fußball. Was ist dein Hobby, Carter? Mein Hobby ist Klavier spielen.
Okay. And now I just want to know, was ist dein Lieblingshobby? What is your favorite hobby? You can also say, was ist dein Hobby? What is your hobby?
好，那么我现在想来问一下大家，想知道一下大家你们的爱好是什么？那大家呢也可以跟老师一起重复来读一下这个句子。Could you repeat the question?
Was ist dein Lieblingshobby? Was ist dein Lieblingshobby?
OK， 好 ，Thank you。好，老师刚刚过了。
So that's the end of my PowerPoint. But if we have, I think we can add some more slides to it with some more hobbies. If you have a hobby or an activity that you like to do, then you can tell me, and I can write it down, and then you can say, mein Lieblingshobby ist blank. Mein Hobby ist blank.
好，那么老师的这个视频呢，这个幻灯片呢就放到这里。那接下来呢，需要同学们来告诉老师你的爱好是什么。那么你们要用今天学过的这个句子。Could you repeat the sentence?
Was ist dein Hobby? Or was ist dein Lieblingshobby? So it can be, can also be, was ist dein Hobby? Either way is fine. Was ist dein Hobby? So I want to open it for discussion now. If people want to ask me any questions, or if they want to ask me how to say a certain hobby of theirs, then please go ahead.
好，那现在呢，老师希望就可以开始讨论。那么同学们，可以问我老师，你的爱好是什么？你也可以自己来分享你的爱好是什么。然后呢，他也可以把你想知道这些关于爱好的德语的词频写在他的那个幻灯片上。同学们可以想一想，然后来发言。
Yeah, is there anything else I should say or explain, or people can if there's any questions then?
好，那么老师还问一下大家还有什么问题，他还需要再来解释些什么？请大家有问题呢，赶快要问一下老师。
Thanks, Yuan.
有啊。
同学们，大家有什么问题，请问一下老师哈，一会儿老师要提问我们的，有什么不清楚的赶紧问，谢谢。
老师好。
你好。
我想问一下老师，就是有一个单词是，就是那个。是挖 home 还是挖 room 啊？
Oh, okay. People like to ask how to pronounce the word "why" in German because she saw that's R, so she's not sure it's pronounced like R or home.
Sorry, can you repeat that, Yuan? I'm having a hard time understanding.
Okay, so she asked a question how to pronounce a word. I think it's the meaning is why in English, and because there's R in the word, so she was not sure how do you pronounce the R sound as R or H.
Yes, that is a hard one because it's not warum, it's warum. Warum, the R sound is pronounced with a sound the back of your throat that sounds like rum. Warum.
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 Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Warum.
Warum. And don't worry about it if you can't pronounce it perfectly. Most people can't. That's just how German is. It's hard to pronounce sometimes, but people will understand you if you say it the way you can say it. Warum?
Okay, thank you. 所以这个其实就是跟英语的拼写还是拼读还是不太一样的哈。
Yeah. So she also 我先把老师说的刚刚翻译一下。他说这个是个比较难的词语，因为这就是德国人发音的方式。这个 R 音的是发一个舌后音，所以是但是你的这个舌头根部的时候肯定要往上，有点那个舌音。Warum 他就说如果很多人发不准确，这是没有关系的，因为你还是德国人还是会理解你，哪怕你就是没有说的非常的完美也可以的。Okay, So，这个陈一的妈妈，请问您刚刚的问题是什么？还有一个问题，
就是说，其实它这个拼读的规则还是跟英语有点不太一样。
Okay, so it's common like a common, like she thought that the spelling rule or pronunciation rule of German is not the same as the English.
No, it's not, but I would say it's actually easier than in English because in German, every letter is pronounced. There is never a silent letter, whereas in English, you never know. Sometimes an S is silent, sometimes it's not. German, you just have to learn the rules, and when you know them, then you can follow them and they won't be broken.
OK，那么老师就是再加了一些评语，他说，德语跟英语的拼读规则确实是不一样的，但是呢，相对而言，其实德语呢是更相对简单一点，因为德语的拼读规则它不会变，不会有这些像英语那么多例外，因为英语当中会有一些音，比如说叫做 silent e，它这个 e 放在后面它就不发音，或者你有些时候不知道这个 s，有时候什么时候这 s 要发音，有些时候什么时候不发音。那么英语的这些特例非常多，但是德语的这个拼读规则就固定，它每一个字母都要发音。
好的，谢谢。我还想请老师，就是说我读一个句子看看我读的对不对，因为我不是很确定，可以吗？
好，我跟老师说应该可以的。She also want to ask if she can read a sentence. Can you just help her to kind of check if she sound right or not?
Yes, of course.
可以，请讲。
那我就读一个那个句子 ：Was ist deine Lieblingsfarbe？ 是这样发音的吗？
That sounds great. I understood it, and that's all that matters, is that I can understand it. So yeah, you said, Was ist deine Lieblingsfarbe? Was ist deine Lieblingsfarbe?
Was ist deine Lieblingsfarbe? Okay, thank you.
他说你说的对，他能够理解你，这就是最重要的点了，他能够理解。
好的，谢谢。
All right, thank you. And I think that there's another student raising hand. 熊一卓。
是让我们发言吗？
对，看到你们举手了，谢谢。
是这样子的，就是我在今天学这个德语的时候，我就在想哈，因为下学期呢，熊一卓就是读3年级了，3年级呢，他的那个英语呢，就对单词的要求呢就比较多了。我小时候学英语呢，我记不住的单词，我就用中文给它拼起来，比方说 What's this？What？ 那我就用中国的字给它标注出来，了，当然就不是很准确，但是呢又方便我们记忆。我觉得这个方法呢虽然是有点土，虽然这个方法不是很科学，但是呢它却是最好用的一种方法。看老师觉得这个方法怎么样？谢谢。
Okay. She actually asked a question about the learning English, but I think it's kind of really relevant to learn the foreign language. So she said her son will go to 3rd grade next school year, and so she will have more English vocab in 3rd grade. And when she was learning English, she used a very kind of awkward way to learn is she will translate the English sound, just word to sound in the Chinese character to make her understand and sound it right. For example, like what is that? And she will write a similar sound in the Chinese character to help her to sound the sentence in English.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah.
So she would like to ask, what do you think about this way of learning a language?
I think it can be tough. I mean, we all do that too. Obviously, learning English speakers, learning languages like Chinese, and really any other language that doesn't use the Latin alphabet or the English alphabet. We do that. for a lot of things. That's how I, just tried to pronounce some of the Chinese words that I wrote down. But in the end, I don't think it helps you pronounce it accurately, but it works temporarily as a memorization tactic, but you definitely shouldn't rely on it all the way. It's helpful as a like supplement for your learning.
OK，老师说这是一个比较难以回答的问题。不过他觉得就是在我们学另外一种跟你本身母语相差非常大的语言，比如说像他们本身是学这种拉丁语系的语言，用这种罗马字音的这些语言去学中文，他可能也是会觉得比较困难，然后就会想呢，用一些你自己熟悉的母语字来代替。那么，当然呢，就像你刚刚自己也说的一样，就是说，如果用这种方式来学习呢，有可能会让你的发音不是这么准确。但是如果这样子能够暂时性能够帮到你的话，那当然也是可以使用的，但是就可以要注意要用到多种的方法。
好的，我明白了，就是说，发音不是很准，但是呢，它就是方便我们记忆，便于我们应试教育，便于我们就是为了考试嘛，你得记住嘛。虽然它不是那么准确，但还是有用，这就是平时都是说的方法。好的，我明白。还有就是刚才熊一卓让我说一下，他说他那个在那个图片上画，他说他不是故意的，他说他也几次想擦掉。他也擦不掉，他不好意思说，他让我帮他说。
没有关系，只是看了画字，所以想跟他说一下，但是没有关系的。好，谢谢。让我跟老师翻译一下。Yeah, she said thank you for the answer, and she understood it because it's just it's a way for them to memorize the English words better because they wanted to use this way to help the kids get a better grades in the school. So even she understands that it's not gonna help the pronunciation, but that's just a temporary way that helped him to learn.
Yeah, exactly. It's a great temporary way and a stepping stone into learning the language fully. In my experience, like I studied Japanese, and I started out learning it that way, where like they gave me the like English letters equivalent sounding for whatever Japanese syllables I was learning. But then in the end, it was much more effective for me to just really study the alphabet, which I mean, of course, it's a different language. So I mean, it doesn't really equate exactly, but like, yeah, learning it kind of as a new it's a completely new entity, because in the end, English and Chinese or English and Japanese or whatever language you're trying to compare, they're completely different things. So it's different with like Spanish and English, of course, because those are related, but like, Chinese and English, completely unrelated. So you kind of want to start from scratch with those.
OK， 对，老师说他比较理解，因为他也有相似的经历，因为他在学日语的时候，也刚开始是使用，用一些跟英语上发音相似的字来代替一些日语的词语来帮助他学习。因为刚开始初级阶段的时候都是这样的，当然了，最后呢，他还是认真的去学了日语的真正的那种发音符号，那当然呢，看起来跟英语是完完全全不一样的。那么他理解就是说，像英语和中文或者是英语和日语都是完全不同的语系，所以呢就会有这样子截然不同的这种方式。那么它就像西班牙语和英语的是，字形上面是联系比较紧密的，都是罗马音符，所以呢，这他们的这个学法呢，跟我们这边可能学中文跟英文的之间交换学习呢，那就会有很大的不同。Okay, I think they said okay.
Danke, gut.
Would you another student raise hand? 是王弘毅，我这回把名字说对了吗？王弘毅同学。
老师，对啦。
好 ，Thank you，谢谢。
王红毅，就是我想问一下老师，就是我们没有学发音，然后学这些单词比较难记住，可能要到课后再去百度上或者其他的地方找一下读音来熟悉。这个方式我就想问一下老师，像这种方式的话，学德语也，现在我们这个是德语是不是，老师？
是德语，我们现在是在说德语。
学德语、学英语也好，不同的语言，给孩子们一个好的建议，因为孩子们他除了我们自己国家的语言，再去学别的语言，他也会跟我有共同的感受，会比较难记住，或者会比较难的运用。老师有没有更好的建议给我们？谢谢。
Okay. And she asked, she felt that it's a little bit difficult when they learn the language, without knowing the phonetic skills and pronunciation rules, and so she thought that she needed to go to the Google or any like a search engine to find the sound of the words by word and learn and review afterward. So she felt the kids had a similar issues to learn a foreign language. So she would like to ask if you have any good suggestions to learn a foreign language.
I would say what she's doing is a great step. Yeah, go online and Google Translate or whatever app you want to use and have it say it for you. And I mean, also just don't worry too much about pronunciation. You know, as long as people can understand you, and just try your best really is the important thing. And you'll get better the more you practice it and the more you speak it. That's all that matters.
Okay, cool. 老师说呢，他觉得你已经有一个非常好的开头了，确实你这样非常有用，你能够去百度上面或者任何其他网上，你可以去找到这些词语，看到它的发音，然后呢，要不停的练习。发音是不是完美的其实并不是最重要的，主要就是你说的话能够让别人理解，然后你能够运用这些，那就可以了。OK，
好的，谢谢老师。还有一个，我就是第二个问题就是提到了，就是给孩子们的一些建议，对学其他国家的语言，有没有更好的方式和方法，让孩子们喜欢上，和学的过程中他们比较容易感兴趣？谢谢。
Okay, so she has a second question is, do you have any good strategies to help the kids to be interested in learning the foreign language?
Well, any language, every kid will have a different language that interests them. I think it just depends on really yeah, I mean, just what kind of language they want to learn and why the language interests them. I mean, maybe they like Spanish because they like Spanish food or Spanish culture, or maybe they like German because they have a friend from Germany or something. So it just depends. And how to get them interested in that is really, yeah, just they have to have a connection. I mean, I think if they are just forced to learn a language that they don't have a connection to, they probably won't be as motivated. That's the case for kids, even for adults though. I mean, even for adults, if you're just learning a language without an end goal or without a motivation, then it's going to be much harder for you. Not impossible, but much harder. So definitely just a connection to the culture, to the language, and something to motivate you.
OK， 好，那老师认为呢，说这个完全要取决于每个小孩他感兴趣的方向，他可能会对 他某一种语言会特别的有兴趣，就比如说他可能会喜欢西班牙的食物或者西班牙的文化，那么他就会想去学西班牙语，或者说想去学德语，因为德国的某些文化比较感兴趣。那么老师的观点就是认为说，你要有学习的动力，就是得说你喜欢某样东西，然后你才会想要去学它。你一定要，就像成年人也是这样，你一定要有个目标，你会达成什么目标，你这样子呢才会有这个学习动力，而不是说被强迫的去学这个科目，学这个东西。
好的，谢谢老师，谢谢，没有问题了。
Okay, thank you. And she says thank you, and there's no more question from her. We have another student raising her hand. I think it's 刚刚是哪位同学是
于慕涵。
于慕涵同学。
不好意思，他去上厕所了。
他上厕所了是吧？哈。Okay, the kid just went to bathroom.
Okay. Well, when they get back, we can hear the question.
Okay. 那老师说等他回来，他可以再问问题。那其他还有什么同学？王弘毅还有什么问题吗？
老师，刚才那些爱好的读的方式，我们还没有听清楚，还没写。
Okay. 好，so she said they haven't really grasped how to say hobbies. So could you repeat the hobbies?
The ones that we went over, these here, the 6 ones that I gave examples.
那老师问是这些吗？
是的。
Okay, yeah.
And how to pronounce them, I assume. Yeah, because the pronunciation is hard. I just they're just examples. So if you have any other ones, then please let me know. But they go like this: Schwimmen, lesen, Klavier spielen, Fußball spielen, Gitarre spielen, Gymnastik. Again, schwimmen, lesen, Klavier spielen, Fußball spielen, Gitarre spielen, Gymnastik.
好，那老师重复了一下，那同学们也可以跟着重复。那老师刚刚还说，如果你们想要知道别的爱好，他也可以告诉老师。
没听清，就不知道游泳怎么说，不知道弹钢琴怎么说，就没有分清楚每一个是怎么读的。
对，没记住。
Okay. She said she couldn't hear clearly, so she didn't know how to pronounce swimming and playing piano. And she probably would like to just do one by one at a time.
Schwimmen.
那么同学现在也可以自己跟着读一读，你也可以同时做一个游泳的动作。
Yeah, they are hard to pronounce. Schwimmen. Schwimmen. Yeah, just try your best. I mean, you don't have to be, embarrassed if you're wrong or not wrong. You can't be wrong. You have to be embarrassed about mild mispronunciation because no one expects you to pronounce it perfectly. It's your second or it's a foreign language, so.
那老师刚刚要重复，然后他说你呢也不用担心你说错，而是他说这也根本不叫说错，因为就只是发音上可能没有那么完美，但是这是很自然的，因为这是你们在学一门外语。Okay, could you repeat the word swimming again?
Schwimmen.
Okay.
其实这个游泳这个 swimming 有点像就是英文的 swimming。
Sehr gut.
Yeah. 老师也听到了。I bet you understand how to. I need to translate that. She said that this is similar with the English word swimming.
Yeah, exactly.
German and English.
German and English are like the most closely related out of all the European languages, so there's a lot of similarities.
好，他说是这样子，因为德语和英语呢是在欧洲语言当中是关系最近的两种语言，所以有很多地方是很相似的。Maybe could you repeat the other words just and repeat it? Maybe some kids they can just try to sound it out.
So first we have schwimmen, lesen, Klavier spielen, Fußball spielen, Gitarre spielen, Gymnastik. And again, schwimmen, lesen, Klavier spielen, Fußball spielen, Gitarre spielen, Gymnastik.
All right, thank you so much. 那么刚刚looks like the girl came back. 那个于同学现在回来了，还要再问问题吗？
于慕涵小朋友，主持人老师在喊你。
他在忙着玩那个碗。是可以说一遍给老师听吗
Okay, cool. 他要跟老师she wants to repeat it to you.
Where is the desk? Who is the desk?
What?
What is the desk? Where is the desk? What is the desk? Whom is the desk?
Perfect. That's amazing. Yeah, I mean, I understood every word of that, and like those are very important things to know. So that's a great start.
好，老师说你说的非常的完美，非常棒。他能够理解你说的每一个字，这是一个非常好的开头。
Mama happy yesterday. Nothing is prettier.
Sehr gut. Sehr gut.
干什么？
老师说你这做的很好。
啊
Lipless Farben. Ist rosa.
Was ist deine Lieblingsfarbe? Was ist rot?
Pink.
Oh, pink, yeah. Rosa, yeah. Rosa. That's one I didn't say yet, but yeah, rosa is a color, and that is an important one to know. Rosa. Gut.
是你说的非常好，那个是个这是粉色的这个德语。
Where is that?
这是我们没有教过的词语啊。
Rosa.
好，那这是个新的词语啊。那这个于慕涵小朋友非常的棒，你知道一些新的词语。
The Okay.
Bitte. Danke.
好，老师也说谢谢。好，那现在老师呢，该给大家写一些另外颜色的字，然后把它颜色给放好。那其他还有哪些同学有问题或者想问一下老师？那有些字用德语怎么说，也可以举手来告诉老师。Also, anybody want to ask any questions and ask how do you say a word in German or any hobby in German? You can raise your hand and ask the teacher.
Yeah, I want to know. I want to write down more hobbies, not more than just the 6. So, if anyone has a hobby that they would like to know how to say in German, then please let me know.
啊，那老师说他不仅仅是想写下这些不同的颜色，他还更想说写一下其他的那个爱好，所以你们有别的想要问的问题，关于爱好的请举手。We do have a student just raised her hand. OK，蒋嘉玲同学。
说到爱好呢，就是感觉德国德国人做事情的那个精确，然后那个工匠精神，特别的有，就感觉特别的好奇。我自己的爱好嘛，倒谈不上，就是有好奇这样的传统是怎么形成的，特别好奇哈。
Okay, it's more a social study questions because she was very impressed about the Germans. How to express that? About the Germans diligent and very accurate and very well organized in doing things, and she's very admired and very curious about how you as a German culture to kind of nurture in that.
Asking about how that what that culture is like, how true that is, and how often that you come across that in Germany with the efficiency and the organization. Is that
yeah, and also there's another words like craftsmanship. It's like, Germany is very good at making all those mechanical things, and Germany is very well known, and also German machines, and they are just very has a very good reputation. So generally people think that Germans are very organized and they are very accurate in doing work, and they are very professional. So she just want to know how do the German community or society to educate that kind of spirit and the working attitude.
So I've experienced both educations, German and American, and I can definitely tell a difference. And I think this might be the reason why Germany has, so many engineers and so many, it produces so many, well-made and high quality products. I think in the US, you learn to memorize stuff and to write down or to like answer in multiple choice questions and stuff in school. And in Germany, you do a lot more applications. So you'll ask, why is it like this? And how do you do this? And so the Germans really do value, really good education and applying your knowledge into real world scenarios. And that definitely makes them, I think, very good. It helps them get so good at creating things and visualizing how to innovate a product.
Okay, and also I will translate it first because I probably just kind of interpret some of the words. OK， 那我先把老师的回复说一下，然后再跟他再详细的问一下，因为可能这位家长问的还有一些关于文化上的。那么他这位老师呢，他说他刚好因为是在美国学习，所以呢他知道，他对美国和德国的这种教育呢，他有一点感触。他在感觉上说，在美国的有些学校呢，他还是在考试的时候，他还是会有很多多项选择题来作为一个测验。那么但是在德国呢，往往呢他们就是会用一些更加应用型的方式来做测验，经常是你怎么样能够把这个技能给在那个实际的生活操作中来解决这个问题。所以人们呢就会在德国呢会经常鼓励他们要问一些为什么或者是怎么样的问题。更多的有很多实际操作解决实际问题的这种情况内容。所以他觉得这可能就是让德国人有可以造出那些世界上比较有名气的质量比较高的产品的原因之一。
谢谢。
不客气。I think she also mentioned about something like a cultural relevant, because we all know like Germans always like punctuational and very structured and organized, but some other cultures may not like that. So I guess that's what you ask. It's not only about like making products.
Oh yeah, it's that's true. They definitely are. I've noticed that for example, the trains in Germany are very much on time. They're never later than, a minute or two. And if they are, then they have to, severely apologize. But I've seen that in other cultures too. I know Japan has very punctual trains, and I think China also has a really robust train system that you can rely on. I mean, I'm not completely sure, but that's what I've heard.
OK, thank you. 那老师，因为我刚刚问老师补充一些，我说老师刚刚回答的问题呢，他主要是偏向于他说是德国应用方面，然后让他们就是在那个制造工艺上面会做到很大的成功。那么刚才问他一下，就是关于还有德国人的那个文化背景上面，因为我感觉到你刚才问的问题中应该也涉及到他德国人的一种文化，他比如说比较守时，比较的比较的有规则，讲究规则。那么他就提到说，确实是在这样子，因为在德国，比如说德国的那个火车，它就非常的准时。如果他要是不准时1分钟、2分钟的话呢，他们就会道歉。但是他认为其他文化当中也有这种现象，就比如说在日本的那个车辆也都是很准时。然后他还提到中国，因为他认为中国的火车也是挺准时的。
谢谢，一种传承啊。
Yeah。
做一个事情可以做几代人，那个手工就是一个产品就可以几代人在做，这特别是难得，这种专注和传承。
Okay, thank you. 那么他说 ，Yeah, thank you, and she understood because she also see that there's a lot of like traditions in German cultures and some like families from generation to generation devoted to make a product.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. That's true.
好，老师说确实是这样的，这个是真的。And I think we have another student raised the hand. 那个熊一卓同学。
来，就是那个，好，就是游泳怎么说？
游泳是，游泳，爸爸，游泳就是，西威们。
读书怎么说
？Listen。
钢琴。
Klavier。
足球。
不是 Spieler。
吉他。
吉他是 Spieler。
好，他读了一遍。
好，谢谢。
肯定是不准确，因为是有汉字。 汉字标注的。
那非常好了，非常好。OK， he just repeat all the hobbies you taught from swimming to guitar and football. So
Oh,
mom said, maybe not that accurate because they just read it according to the Chinese, equivalation.
oh yeah, it wasn't. I guess I didn't notice. That's all. That's great. Can they repeat it?
好，那他想请这位同学能不能再重复一遍？
再重复一遍哈。
嗯，
来那个游泳。
可不可以做档次？
随便你不用顺序嘛。
就是这个怎么样是唯一大死，然后为什么这样就是光大死，然后游泳是 Steven， 然后读书是 Listen， 然后钢琴是 Cloud Steven， 然后足球是 Football Steven， 然后是吉他 Steven。
OK，
然后谁是菲尔，然后哪个呢？就是我什么时候就是4。
好，就这些，谢谢。
好，谢谢 ，Thank you. Okay, yeah, he tried to repeat all the 6 hobbies.
Oh yeah, he did a great job. That's I understood it, and I would have understood it if I if I talked to him normally. It's a hard set of words. I mean, so many German words. German is a difficult language to pronounce. That's the problem. But the rules and the punctuation and everything else is relatively easy, I would say. It's just the pronunciation that's tough. So very good job.
老师说你说的非常的好，那么如果发音上有一点不一样的，也不用担心，因为德语的那个发音确实是比较难。那么德语在那个语法上面，还有它那个字词的拼写方面其实不难，因为它的规则非常的简单明确。但是呢，它的发音确实是比较难的，所以他认为这个同学做得非常好。Yeah, I think they said okay. 那还有哪些同学想跟老师交流一下，或者有什么问题的吗？ So anybody else any questions or wanna ask or wanna talk to the teacher? Oh, 李宇轩同学。
Hello, teacher. I want to ask, how do you learn a language? For example, Germany, Japanese.
What was the question? How do I learn or how do I live?
How do you learn a language? For example, Japanese.
Okay, how do I learn a language? Personally, my strategy is well, to just repeat. I think memorization is memorization is hard, right? Learning a new language, you have to memorize a lot of new words. So really the most effective way is to just practice it every day and to repeat it every day. It doesn't even have to be a lot or like a long time every day, but just doing it every day is so good for your memory that it'll stick and after, it'll take, a new language takes years, but after a few years, you'll be great enough to speak it, and just do it every day or as much as you can.
OK，我先翻译一下给其他的那些同学听一下啊。那么老师说他在学习这个语言的时候呢，最重要一点就是重复练习。那么他也提到了，就是说学习一门语言要记忆很多新的单词，那这有些时候是很难的，因为词汇量会比较大，这是个全新的语言。那么他的这个学习方法呢，就是他会大量的练习，不停的重复。那这有些时候你不需要一天练很多，但是一定要保证就是每天要有一定的练习量，就是不停的在这些使用练习当中呢，就慢慢的就会学得越来越好。
Yeah, so that's how I learned Japanese. I mean, I'm not fluent, but I learned a good amount of Japanese in that way. Just every day, it's proven, it's scientifically proven that like you memorize things more, you're better at recalling things when you do it every day. And my next language that I want to learn is hopefully Chinese. So I mean, I need to start working on that. I don't know anything.
OK， 好，老师说呢，对这个方法呢，对他来说是非常有用的。他就是这样通过不停的练习学的日语。当然，他说他的日语呢没有到那种很流利的程度，然后呢，他现在呢就下一个目标呢就是要学习中文。那么他现在就是开始想准备一下，多学一下中文。
Can you what's your energy？ or 就是动力，老师您学，比如说去学外语，去学日语，去学中文的动力是在哪？
Okay, so she would like to ask, what is your motivation to learn a foreign language? For example, why do you want to learn Chinese? Why do you want to learn Japanese?
For me, it's number one, probably travel, because I like to travel, and I think seeing other cultures just improves you as a person and makes you a better person. And also because for me specifically, I think the Japanese culture really interested me, still does, but I want to also become immersed in other cultures. So just the culture itself really interests me. Here's actually, I wanted to show you guys this. It's kind of funny. This is my American passport here. Yeah, if you turn the page, then there's a picture of me here. That's my American passport. And then I got this a few years ago. That's my Chinese visa. So I can go to China. I haven't been yet because coronavirus happened and I couldn't travel. But I will, I have time to use that visa, and I will definitely be traveling there. And before I travel to any country, I always learn the language at least a little bit, just because I think that is a good thing to do.
OK， 好，那么老师说他的那个动力呢，就是因为他喜欢旅游，他喜欢到各个地方去旅游，所以呢，他就想要学这种语言。然后呢，同样呢，他对日语呢，他特别一个例子就是说，他对日语的这个文化非常的感兴趣。那他现在还是对日语的对日本文化非常的感兴趣，但他就是有些时候呢，学了一个以后呢，还想再去沉浸到其他的文化当中。那后来呢，他给大家看的是他的那个护照，那么他可以看到他已经拿到了中国的签证，所以呢，他可以去中国，他也想去中国，只是因为呢，因为新冠疫情呢，他没有办法去，他有这样一个习惯，在去一个国家之前呢，他都会想要先学一些这个国家的那个语言。
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Danke.
好，谢谢。Thank you. So anybody else want to discuss? 那还有哪位同学要再问一下老师
I want people to they don't have to say anything, but after when this is over, think about your Lieblingsfarbe, your favorite color, and maybe write down some of your other favorites, Lieblingsfarbe and Lieblingshobby, and yeah, that's yeah, what your favorite color is it's important, so being able to say that in German is fun.
So when you're talking about writing them down, are you talking about writing them in German?
Yeah, well, I mean, if you can remember, but yeah, I mean, if you wrote down Lieblingsfarbe, then you should write down meine Lieblingsfarbe ist, and then use the color that we learned from last week.
OK， 好了，那老师说就是，大家回去的话可以试着写一下，用德语就我们今天上课学过的这些词语来写一下你，最喜欢的颜色啊，或者是最喜欢的那个，最喜欢的爱好，那当然呢，这个作业呢，它也是说大家的最主要的目的呢是，能够开阔自己的眼界。然后呢，有一个更好、更新的体验。所以说呢，如果你说，就是这个作业是没有一定的条框啊什么的。
陈岩老师你好，谢谢翻译好吧？我想跟你说一下。
好，那同学们有没有什么关于作业的问题？
好，同学们还有没有举手的？像安妮宝贝啊、陈耀华、叶一飞都没有提问。现在你们可以向老师提出问题哈。
Okay, so they're encouraging some people who hasn't said anything to raise hand or to turn on their mic and say something.
”安妮宝贝在吗？你在吗？陈耀华在吗？陈耀华。好，陈耀华有2天都没有发言了哈，您可以大胆的向老师提出问题。陈泰明同学，您有问题吗？开麦。陈泰明同学，您在吗？叶一飞。也欢迎你开麦，分享一下。好，老师，现在我们群里的学员提出问题，带大家的。
哦，刚刚那个老师声音非常的清晰，我没有听清楚你们在说什么。
哦，您是说我的声音特别小，对吗？
对。
哦，刚才我问了一下群里还没有开麦发言的这些同学，他们没有这个问题要问的。
OK， 好，谢谢。
OK， 各位同学，如果没有什么问题，还有几分钟的时间，咱们这个时间能不能请 Damian 老师带领我们来读一下今天 或者我们上一次一起学过的单词，这样子来巩固练习一下，可以吗？
Okay, so since there's nobody asked questions, so we would like to ask Damian to review the word vocab we have learned in these 2 weeks, and so we can just repeat those words and practice.
Yeah. Let's go over the greetings real quick again. So, Guten Tag. Wie geht es dir? Is hello, how are you? Guten Tag, wie geht es dir? Then, wie heißt du? Ich heiße Damian. Guten Tag. As an introduction, this is what you can say in this order here, is what as it says in the PowerPoint in the order. It says, Guten Tag. Ich heiße Damian. Wie geht es dir? Mir geht es gut. That's hello. My name is Damian. How are you? I am good.
那请同学也跟老师重复。那刚刚他说的都是你好，我叫 Damian， 然后你好吗？我很好。
And the word, let's go over these real quick again. That's wer, wo, wann, wie, was und warum. So, wer ist das? Is who is that? Wo ist das? Is where is that? Wann ist das? When is that? Wie ist das? Is how is that? Was ist das? Is what is that? And warum ist das? Is why is that?
好，那么老师呢，把这个刚刚的问题的这些词也都重复了一遍，他还重复每个句子重复了。那请大家也可以跟着老师一起复习一下。
And the colors real quick. We remember red is rot, green is grün, yellow is gelb, and blue is blau, blau. So if you want to say your favorite color, meine Lieblingsfarbe ist rot. My personal favorite color is green, so I would say meine Lieblingsfarbe ist grün.
那这么我们刚刚他又重复一下颜色，像是有红色、绿色和黄色，还有蓝色。那么老师刚刚又重复了句子，我最喜欢的颜色是红色，我最喜欢颜色是绿色。那么同学们也试试跟老师一起读一下。Could you repeat the sentences?
Meine so that's from the top. Was ist deine Lieblingsfarbe? Was ist deine Lieblingsfarbe? Meine Lieblingsfarbe ist rot. Meine Lieblingsfarbe ist grün. And meine Lieblingsfarbe ist orange.
My name is green.
My favorite color is
My favorite color is green.
Green. Gut. Grün. Meine Lieblingsfarbe ist grün.
Green.
It's green. I like green.
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 Grün. Yeah. Grün. Yeah. Gut.
老师是你说的不错。
And lastly, I can go over these again, and that's was ist dein Lieblingshobby? What is your favorite hobby? Mein Hobby ist Schwimmen. Mein Hobby ist Lesen. Mein Hobby ist Klavier spielen. Mein Hobby ist Fußball spielen. Mein Hobby ist Gitarre spielen. Mein Hobby ist Gymnastik.
那老师又把这个爱好又重复了一遍，大家可以再看看，跟老师一起再说一下啊。And could you repeat the hobbies, please?
Mein Hobby ist Schwimmen. Mein Hobby ist Lesen. Mein Hobby ist Klavier spielen. Mein Hobby ist Fußball spielen. Mein Hobby ist Gitarre spielen. Mein Hobby ist Gymnastik.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, so I hope this at least this lesson, of course, you know, it's not gonna, there's so many things that you have to, that you can like learn about a language that, you know, these 2 lessons aren't gonna you know, give you much conversational ability. You have to do a lot of, if you it should pique your interest, and if you enjoy learning German, then maybe you can pursue it in the future in some other form or fashion. And I just hope it was fun. Even if you don't ever pursue German, then I hope it was fun, and that you learned just a few sentences that you can say if you do ever go to Germany, and be more immersed in the culture.
OK，那老师说，希望呢大家能够通过这2次的课呢，能够对德语能有点兴趣。那当然呢，他说光学这2门课呢，其实这2次课呢，并不能给大家让大家能很快的就能够就是会说一些德语的对话。但是呢需要就是在不停的在之后的练习。充更多的词汇，但是呢，他希望呢，就是通过这些课，你能够记住一些简短的句子和词语。更重要的是，如果这样子，因此能够对德语呢能够激发兴趣，那么以后也许可以去学习德语。
好像没声音了，老师。
哦，因为我们已经说完了。
好，那我们的时间也到了，老师。同学们还有什么要问老师的吗？没有的话，我们今天就结束今天的课堂。
Okay, so our time is over. Is if there no more questions, so that's the end of this class.
Okay, well, I hope you guys had fun. Vielen Dank alle. Ich hoffe, es hat Spaß gemacht. That means I hope it was fun.
他希望这个课程有非常有趣，大家能够喜欢这个课，过得开心，学得开心。谢谢。
Danke. Danke means thank you.
好的 ，Danke。
Danke. Danke.
Danke，谢谢。
Danke。
谢谢对面老师，谢谢全员老师。
好，不客气，谢谢大家。
谢谢大家。
谢谢老师。
Danke, Damian。
Danke
大家。
And you can also say tschüss. Tschüss is goodbye. Tschüss. Tschüss.
Tschüss.
Tschüss. Yeah.
Okay,
tschüss.
Tschüss. Tschüss.
Danke, tschüss.
Danke,
tschüss.
Danke, tschüss.
Okay. Bye bye.
Okay,
bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. Danke, tschüss.